Russia's invasion began in 2014, Ukraine's military has transformed from an underfunded and ill-equipped service into a modern, powerful fighting force. With over 200,000 military personnel and millions of dollars in investment, Ukraine now is one of Europe's largest armies. While Russian hybrid forces continue sporadic attacks in the country's east, more Ukrainian troops are being trained in NATO standards to protect Ukraine's sovereignty for years to come. History, hardware, and heroism. Welcome to Ukraine in Uniform. Not far from the Ukrainian city of Lviv is the Yavoriv training ground in western Ukraine. It has been used by the Soviet and Ukrainian armed forces for over a century. It's a base which has a long history of planning and executing military exercises. The Ukrainian military and the National Guard of Ukraine have stepped up training in Yavoriv in the last few years. The military hostilities that have consumed East Ukraine since 2014 have led to an increase in the training ground's importance. The Yavoriv training ground is massive, measuring nearly 37,000 acres, which makes it possible to conduct training with the use of small arms, armored vehicles, artillery, and other sophisticated weaponry. Artillery has been considered the god of war for a long time, because without artillery, there is no fire support for infantry, tanks, and planes. It basically all comes down to artillery. The weapon systems are extremely advanced. Missiles can hit their targets with pinpoint accuracy. Artillery shells can strike from ultra-long distances. Weaponry can be mobilized instantly upon request from ground troops. The Ukrainian military has a wide arsenal, including rocket launchers, cluster bombs, and precision missiles. Artillery is a critical component of our armed forces. It supports our infantry by exterminating enemy combatants on the front line. Artillery proved its effectiveness in recent military campaigns in East Ukraine. The artillery divisions battered enemy targets, allowing infantry units to sweep the remaining area. The infantry would be incapable of effective ground operations without cover from the artillery. The personnel assigned to the artillery unit prepare to get in firing position. The unit consists of 4 people: the commander, a gunner, a loader, and a driver. A 2B9 Vasilik cannon is the primary weapon. It is an 82mm mortar, which is currently in service with the armed forces of Ukraine. Its maximum firing range is 4,257 meters. It can fire high explosive ordnances, armor-piercing rounds, and smoke shells, as well as flares. These exercises are carried out in order for the personnel to acquire a necessary skill set. Soldiers need to be able to quickly deploy a mortar cannon on the battlefield within seconds of notice, as well as be able to leave the firing position if necessary. It takes approximately 40 to 45 seconds to set up, arm, and launch a mortar round. The commander must lead the unit. The performance of the personnel depends on the quality and capability of the commander. An experienced commander will swiftly and efficiently lead his team to success. The mortar team must precisely calculate the accurate firing distance to the target. The mortar ammunition may be used as a scare tactic to warn the enemy or to completely destroy a target. It is the responsibility of the gunner to quickly aim the mortar and fire.
всі установки, що командують командир, і після того здійснити постріл.
No other unit of our ground forces has the ability to destroy enemy targets like artillery. We rely heavily on mortars. Artillery personnel have a tremendous amount of responsibility.
Тому що вони цього не розуміють, це для них дуже тяжко, що таке стрельнути з закритої огневої позиції.
No other unit of our ground forces has the ability to destroy enemy targets like artillery. We rely heavily on mortars. Artillery personnel have a tremendous amount of responsibility. An entire battle or even a war could fail if we misuse our artillery. Our artillery gunners have advanced educational training in order to be effective on the battlefield. This includes high-level knowledge of mathematics and strategic military history. Outsmarting the enemy wins the battle. We need to calculate where the mortar shell is going to land. For example, if it is an armored target, we will not be able to destroy it with the 2B9 cannon. Even when we use a cannon against enemy soldiers, it is imperative we have a precise estimate of where the shell will hit. Chances are, our soldiers will be in the vicinity. We need to avoid friendly fire incidents at all costs. This is the 2B11 mortar, a 120mm mortar cannon. It is part of the 2S-112 weapon complex. It consists of the GAZ-66 truck and a mortar. Its purpose is to destroy enemy man troops and enemy artillery. It has an intense, rapid rate of fire. We can deploy it to the battlefield very quickly. The only problem is that the shell does not travel as fast as we would like. The 2B11 mortar has been very effective in repelling enemy attacks in the battlefields of East Ukraine. We have also used it to fire upon enemy artillery stationed far from the front lines. This is a model of a 120mm high-explosive mortar cannon. Its maximum firing range is 7,100 meters. Here is an example of a mortar shell. It is a high explosive. This is a normal shell which explodes when it hits the ground. One after the other, the rockets are launched, destroying everything on their path. Meet the